Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another Minecraft snapshot video. Today we're going to be looking at 15W34. I think there's stuff added later, so yeah. So we're looking at 34D. And today let's talk about what they added. Let's go. So the first thing they added is new command blocks. So let's head over to my examples. Our first block is the original block, but it is now called the impulse command block. So it does exactly what it did before. There's nothing new about it. It's the same. You now have the chain command. The chain command is a very unique block. These blocks just have to be activated for them to work. The reason why they're called chain blocks is because they go in order of placement. So as you can see, there's an arrow pointing this direction. When you have a block in that direction, it will then trigger that block to activate, and then so on and so forth. So if you have a bunch of commands that you want to run in a sequence, so like say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth, you want them to be in a line or pointing to each other. So they had to be in a line or a chain. So that's why that block is called the chain block. And then our last block is called the repeat block. This block will it's like a normal impulse block, but now it will as long as it's powered, it will send out a tick every second. So if you have it set to summon a zombie, every 1 tick will spawn a zombie as long as it's powered. So let's pop in some examples. So our first one is our normal simple command block, and I have each block saying 1, 2, and 3. Now as you can see, it kind of says 3, 2, 1 in the sequence, so it's a little broken, but that's how that works. So they also updated the GUI. You can change the blocks like so. So that is how you do that. And unconditional. From what I know, conditional means that it acts like a comparator. So I'll kind of show you an example of that later. But yeah, that's kind of how the original blocks go. We'll clear that out. I don't know why it does that. I'll show you an example of a chain command. So right now, maybe they fixed it, but for now, chain blocks are only activated when a command block is activated. So I can have nothing in here if I want. And what happens is if I activate this block, so say 1, will trigger say 2 and trigger say 3. Now these blocks are continuously activated, so these will work. This block will activate these 2. So what ends up happening is now the sequence gets played out, and because these are chain blocks, it will stay in order. So these blocks I will update most of my systems to do, because that's just chains I have a lot of issue with chains, definitely in one of my last snapshot videos, and when I do with the science too, that needs a lot of chaining. So yeah, let's reset this and show you the last repeat. So what happens is all this is powered, right? I have my chain blocks going to another block and so on and so forth. This is the repeat block, basically meaning that if it finds me, it's going to repeat every second or every tick. So that is running every tick. If I type something, that's how fast it is. So this is basically your redstone clock, I believe. If you run any so for example, I have this is all redstone. That's a redstone clock. So what happens is this fills that, and that fills that with redstone, and it vice versa, and it continuously spawns in my particles. So what you see here, I can replace this with just this. I should be able to replace it with a repeat block, and it should work. I believe that's what it will do, is it will constantly repeat that command as long as it's powered. So it can be a solid power, or it can be, you know, a hopper or like some sort of activated switch. But regardless, as long as it's powered, it will do that. Now, there's one example. So as I was saying, I have an example down here. Oh, shoot, update. All this is just to control the sign up there. These blocks can be changed into chain commands because there's a certain order, a certain way that, like, you know, the top one kills the sign and then the bottom one replaces it. So I changed this one. So this one will test for my location. If I'm not in that location, this comparator will not activate. Although I can take this block and put it next to here. It's just I didn't know about how the conditioning stuff worked. So if I do this, if I come over here, replace this, and then change it to conditional, is it powered? Yeah, it's powered. Let's change this to, let's say, 2 blocks. And it's still not doing it. I honestly, is it that one? No. Chain, repeat, conditional. So I'm kind of still confused as like how half of this stuff works. Maybe if it's that. So there, that's like that. And if I go in the area, it I don't know. So let's just try this. Let's power it. Yeah, so it's kind of confusing to me. I'm not sure how it exactly works. It was like, it's simple. If one thing, it also doesn't replace the comparator. It's kind of weird. I'll learn it, but it's more of background stuff, so it's not really survival. So let's get into the survival stuff. So with this new update, I didn't really set up an attack or stadium area. We're just going to talk about it. So your attacks are now going to be smothered or reduced. Basically, it's called the attack strength mechanic. And what that means is when you attack, you have a max amount of damage you can output. Meaning, if I attack now, it's going to have a full attack damage. If I attack twice, my first attack will be stronger than my second attack. It's determined, or not really determined. There's now a delay in your attack strength. So how they visualize that is 3 ways. One is your sword or the tool that you're holding. So if I attack and you see how it goes up, that's one indicator. The second indicator is beside my hotbar. There's a sword that shows how much damage. Once it's gone, it basically means I'm at full strength again. There's another visual aid by the crosshair. So if you want it under, so if you look under the crosshair, if I attack, it's a sword. So it's like looks like a dagger, and that indicates when you're able to attack at full strength again. So there's 3 methods of finding how fast your attack is. The next thing is tools. All tools now are able to have an attack speed or damage. So this is definitely useful for maybe PvP servers, because what you can actually now do with the because now each tool has faster and slower attack speeds, is you can modify them with command blocks. So let's see. So for I think it went the pickaxe, sword, shovel, and then an axe. So if I look how slow that is, then the shovel, the sword, the pickaxe, and then the hoe. I look how fast the hoe is. But the thing is now because all these have, you know, attack speeds and attack damages, the higher the attack speed, so how fast you can hit it, the lower the attack damage. So, you know, the hoe has better speed but lower attack. You know, the diamond axe, pickaxe has a 5 attack damage. The sword has 7. Shovel has 7.5, and the axe has 11. So, you know, if you see people using an axe in older PvP games, or just in older variants of Minecraft, well, that's probably why they use the diamond axe, because I think it had more damage. But now you can use the axe and it's slow. Now, these don't affect, you know, if you're mining a tree or whatever, it doesn't affect that. It's just a little buggy. Like if I switch, you know, from my hand to this, it just keeps popping up. If I have a block, it just, the indicator is really annoying. I really wish the indicator would just go away when you're not using a tool. Like, I know your hand is, you know, maybe, yeah, you should only be there for tools, but that's just me being picky. So yeah, that's kind of how that goes for your tools. The next thing is very useful if we spawn in a villager. So the cool thing with this is you have indicators. So there's two indicators that you might have seen. One is the hearts, and then the second is a swipe. There. The swipe is a knockback feature, meaning if you have a swarm of zombies or mobs in front of you, if you are, I think you have to be slow. Here, let me spawn another one. I don't know if it's slow. Here, I'm just gonna crouch and move forward. Yeah, so I think it has to be at a slow speed, or a slow pace. So I can't do like that. There's gonna be no knockback. So I just killed them, obviously. But yeah, you can see how there's now hearts. I really wish they were displayed like our hearts, redder hearts, just because it would look nicer. That's kind of how that works. And then the defense is when you attack slowly, it has the knockback swipe indicator, so you can tell that there's you're knocking them back. And then the other defensive addition is you can stun enemies with shield, or if they're holding a shield, you can actually stun them by using an axe. I don't know how to demonstrate that by myself, but if I had a shield, you can get hit by an axe, and then you'll get like a stun effect, which you then will not be able to use your shield until the indicator comes back up. So that's kind of a good thing to know if you're going to be going up in a PvP battle and someone is using a shield. So make sure to somehow get, you know, sharpness 5 on an axe if you can. What is that? Sharpness 5, anvil. Let's put that down. Let's go into survival. Survival. Thank you. Can I do that? There. So yeah, try and get a sharpness 5 on your thing. So you can't do shovel. You can do an axe. Pretty sure you can't do that. No. And a hoe. So that, like I said, you know, with creativity and command blocks and, you know, PvP servers, there's going to be a lot of cool things you can do with this type of stuff. But yeah, this is definitely an addition for PvP or the combat update. So I'm kind of liking what they did with the combat system. They're making it more of like a PvP, you know, kind of change the odds. It's not just, oh, you have a sword and you spam click. No, they've made it variant now. You can use this, you can use that. We'll have to see what is the best in the future update. But other than that, let's talk about the other things. If I missed them, that I've written down. Zombies now lift their arms when they're aggroed. So normally they have their arms at like a level, arm out length level. They actually now lift them up like an iron golem. I've heard rumors that Endermen now have some sort of attacking motion as well. I haven't seen that. I haven't gone into the end, so I'm not sure. Maps start off at a 1.4 zoom level. I'm not sure if this is from the last one. I don't know why I feel like it's from the last one. But yeah, maps start off differently, and to zoom in, you use shears. So I think I was playing around with maps. Let's get an empty map. Let's get some shears to end off this episode. So I thought I already did this map. I guess I deleted it. So there's a map here, and then if I want to make it, you know, zoomed in, let's go into survival. This. So you see how it's a level 2, 1 out of 4. If I do this, it then becomes a 1 out of 2. So you can tell that it's zoomed in. Now obviously, I'm like nowhere near. Let's see. Where is this map? Oh, there we go. So I'm somehow on the edge of the map, but I'm still loading up. Oh, there I am. Okay, that's cool. And actually, I think I was running C with this update, and my icon wasn't showing up in the map when I sheared it. That was weird. Or maybe I made the map before. I don't know. It was kind of weird. But, oh well. Slame. I'm going to show you my last example of what I would use the new command blocks for. I still haven't fixed that. They updated the stupid NBT tags. But this is what an example I would use for my chain commands. So I have each command. I had to do like say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I had to do everything, and it's not in sequence. So if I need to diagnose this, oh, it's going to be terrible. But with the chain commands, I can now simply do that. So yeah, that's kind of how the command blocks go. Like I said, I'm kind of psyched for it. A lot of change that I have to do, but other than that, there's going to be no, like, you know, it's a command block. This is the combat update. So regardless of that, I'm going to end off this episode here. So I'm going to say thank you for watching this episode, another episode of my Minecraft Snapshot series. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see more, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and make sure to check out the description where I put the Mojang Post, the Reddit post, and all my social media links. So make sure to follow those if you want to stay updated with this. But yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm DJ Party 9, and I'll see you guys in another episode. Peace.